What is up, guys? The UFC makes its way to Macau, China this weekend. Good card, very Chinese fighter heavy. Obviously, personally, I don't really mind because Chinese fighters usually tend to deliver. That's just something I noticed about Chinese fighters, and that's not racist or anything. Like I'm genuinely giving them props, just in case I needed to make that clear. And yeah, this fight or this card, like I said, obviously is in China, so different time zone. It starts at 1 a.m. my time. It currently is 10:56 p.m. So we got 2 hours and 4 minutes until the card starts. So we are on a little bit of a time crunch here. And yeah, man, that leads into my confession. I did kind of clickbait you guys. I'm not going to be predicting the whole card. I'm going to be sticking to the main event. But a couple of talking points from the undercard. Obviously, Oberg versus Uzdemir. That's my second favorite fight on this card. Great fight. I'm definitely gonna be waking up for that one. And yeah, man, I'm not gonna be uh, staying up till 7 a.m. to watch this card all the way through. That's just not gonna happen. So I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna go to sleep. Probably watch a couple of the first few fights. Go to sleep. Wake up at I think Ulberg Uzumir is the second fight on the main card, so probably like 4:30. Wake up 4:30, catch that fight. Wayne Kong, I think, is fighting directly afterwards. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna catch that Wayne Kong fight. She is to Valentina Shevchenko what Alex Pereira is to Israel Adesanya, and that is because Wayne Kong defeated Valentina Shevchenko in kickboxing back in the day, and obviously we've all seen it. Wayne Kong had an explosive walk-off knockout in her debut, which doesn't usually happen um, in women's MMA. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see her fight. I'll catch that fight, probably get like a quick 1 hour power nap, and then wake up for the main event. Just in case you were interested in hearing about my sleep schedule. But yeah, man, moving on to the main event. This is this would have been a super fight a couple years ago. Still feels like one now. Yeah, man, definitely my top five most anticipated matchups of the year. Huge fight of the year potential with this fight. And yeah, before we even get into the stylistic breakdown of this fight, I would like you guys to pay attention to the center of your screen. You will notice a tail of the tape, and this tail of the tape took me like a good 10 minutes to perfect. Like I wanted to make it look good, center it, and also make it informative, aesthetic and informative. Those are my two main goals with this tail of the tape. Yeah, man, I included a couple of statistics that the UFC don't include in their tail of the tape. For example, I included aura in my tail of the tape. Whether you guys like to admit it or not, aura does play a huge factor in fights. I listed Petr Yan as 982 and Deiveson Figueiredo as 876. This took genuinely hours of research to come up with these numbers. And yeah, Petr Yan does edge him out in aura, but I personally don't think that this discrepancy is big enough to play a factor at all in the fight because aura is usually out of 10. These dudes broke the scale. So yeah, aura's irrelevant. Completely disregard that. That's not going to play a factor in this fight. Next, we got Brazilian. Obviously, Petr Yan is not Brazilian. Deiveson Figueiredo, on the other hand, is Brazilian. Petr Yan, though, he is Russian, while Deiveson Figueiredo is not Russian. So now that we got that out the way, we can move on to actually stylistically breaking down this fight. So we can completely disregard the first round of this fight. I think that the real fight starts at the 5 minute mark because we all know how Petr Yan fights. He's a slow starter. He makes reads in the first rounds, maybe even the first two rounds. Depends on how he's feeling that night. I think it's just gonna. I think he's gonna lose the first round. Petr Yan gonna land a couple leg kicks. Figueredo's gonna land a couple body punches, couple uh maybe glancing punches. I think it's gonna be a slow paced round, but an easy 10-9 Figueredo. And yeah, the real breakdown starts at the 5 minute mark. Now, I do think, listen, I know a lot of people are betting on this fight staying inside the distance. I personally don't think that there's going to be a finish in this fight. I think that it's going the full 25 minutes. Why? I can't. You ask me why, I can't give you a concrete answer, honestly. It's just a feeling that I have, man. Like, a feeling that I can't put into words. Like, this fight is not gonna end by finish. Like, these dudes have high finishing potential. They're not finishing each other. That's just my opinion. But opinions and feelings aside, if we actually go into the skills of these dudes, Deiveson and Figueiredo, in my opinion, yes, Petr Yan has great grappling, but I do think Deiveson and Figueiredo has the grappling advantage, and I do think it's going to play a part in this fight. I think it's part of his game plan. And we've seen Petr Yan get controlled on the ground in the second Sterling fight. You know, Sterling had him in a body triangle. I think it was like, I can't recall correctly or accurately, but like, I think it was like 12 or 13 minutes of control time, maybe even more. Is Deiveson Figueiredo Aljamain Sterling? No, he's not, but he is a very high level grappler, and I do think that he is maybe going to edge out rounds with takedowns, you know, set up shots on the feet with said takedowns. And yeah, man, I think the grappling is gonna really play a huge part in Figueiredo's success in this fight. Now, where Petr Yan is gonna have success, now this is hard, man, because I do think he is the better boxer. So you know, when we're in boxing range, punching range, Petr Yan, in my opinion, is gonna have the advantage. He's a cleaner boxer, more technical boxer. The power, I think, I think both these dudes have power. I can't really lean either way in terms of power, but yeah, technique and just overall skill, boxing skill, is in Petr Yan's favor. So as long as these dudes are punching each other on their feet, you know, no takedown threat, Petr Yan is going to be winning those exchanges. But of course, Figueiredo's power is always a wild card. Man, this is just a hard fight to predict overall, man. Like, it's really hard to break down. What I can say though is that it's going to be a good fight, guys. Great fight. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. The exchanges are going to be fun. Everywhere this fight goes is going to be fun. High level, great action. I'm excited. And yeah, man, it's late at night. I don't really feel like talking for much longer. Probably one of my weaker breakdowns. I know it's only my second video, but I can guarantee you that it's going to be a little better than this from here on out. But yeah, man. Well, I am on Instagram. I'm sure that I don't really need to be promoting it on my YouTube. I think it should be the other way around. I should be promoting my YouTube on my Instagram due to the discrepancy of followers. But yeah, on my Instagram, I am going to be uh, posting live stories, live reactions to the fights, what I think about them, you know, my opinions, and you know, if there is a fight on this series, on this card that qualifies for any of my series, like you know, we get like a crazy round. You'll see on my page, craziest round series. If we get like a sleeper fight, best believe I'm posting that too. So yeah, definitely tune into the Instagram. You're gonna get, like I said, live updates. And yeah, man, my throat hurts. I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna see you guys. Uh, I don't really know when. Let's just say next time. Have a great day. I hope you guys enjoy the card. Peace.